please like this video and subscribe to the channel right now, because the information I have for you today is shocking. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking about a situation that is developing right now behind locked doors. The title of today's video is Karma in Prison, Mugabe's son refuses food, fears attacks. I am going to tell you exactly what is happening inside the holding cells in South Africa today, March 2nd, 2026. Tomorrow is the big bail hearing on March 3rd, but right now, Bellarmine Chatunga Mugabe is living in absolute fear. But the news does not tell you what happens when the cell door locks. Let me tell you what inside sources and people who know the prison system are saying. South African holding cells are completely full. They put 30 or 40 men in a room that is only built for 10 people. There are no beds. Men sleep on the cold concrete floor. The smell is terrible. There is a single toilet in the corner. It is a very dangerous place. When Chatunga and Dag Makaya walked into that cell, they were wearing their expensive black clothes from the court. But inside the cell, expensive clothes do not protect you. Inside that specific cell, there was a group of Zimbabwean men. These men were not rich. These men were arrested a few days earlier for stealing copper cables. Let me explain who these men are, so you understand the drama. These are men who left Zimbabwe because the economy failed. There are no jobs. The money lost its value. They had to cross the dangerous border into South Africa just to look for food. Because they do not have papers, they cannot get normal jobs. So they go out at night in Johannesburg. They dig up electrical cables, they cut them, and they sell the copper for a few rands just to send money back to their starving families in Zimbabwe. It is a dirty, dangerous, and illegal life. These cable thieves were sitting on the floor of the cell when the metal door opened. The guards pushed Chatunga and his friend inside and locked the door. The cable thieves looked up. They recognized his face immediately. Every Zimbabwean knows the face of the former president's son. They all remembered the videos on the internet where Chatunga bought a watch for thousands of dollars and poured expensive champagne all over it, while normal people in Zimbabwe were standing in long lines just to buy a loaf of bread. This is where the incident took place. The holding cell went completely quiet. The group of Zimbabwean cable thieves stood up. They walked slowly across the cell and surrounded Chatunga. There were no police inside the room to protect him. He did not have a bodyguard. He did not have a red diplomatic passport to show them. He was trapped. One of the older men from the cable theft group stepped forward. He looked Chatunga right in the eyes. He started talking in a very low, angry voice. He said, "Do you know why I am in this dirty cell? I am here stealing cables because your father and his friends took all the wealth from our country. My family has nothing. Your family has everything. And now you are standing here in the exact same dirty room as me." Chatunga was terrified. He backed up against the cold wall. He realized that his money and his famous name meant absolutely nothing to these angry men. In fact, his name was the reason they wanted to hurt him. They wanted revenge. They wanted to punish him for the hard lives they were forced to live. They pushed him against the wall. They shouted at him. They told him that he is not a king in Johannesburg. He is just another prisoner. At that moment, his friend, Dag Makaya, tried to be brave. Dag stepped in front of Chatunga to protect him. Dag looked at the angry men and said, "Leave my brother alone. My name is Tobias Mugabe. We will get you in trouble." The cable thieves just laughed right in his face. One of the thieves pointed a finger at Dag and said, "Stop lying to us. We know who you are. We know you from the streets. You are Dag Makaya. You are not a Mugabe. You are just using a fake name to hide your real crimes. Do not try to act tough in here." This completely broke them. Dag Makaya stepped back, embarrassed and scared because his fake identity was exposed by the very people he thought he could fool. Chatunga realized that the people in the cell knew everything. They knew about the fake names. They knew about the wealth. They knew about the injustice. Chatunga was completely exposed. The cable thieves did not beat him up right then, but they made a promise. They told him, "You are going to suffer every single minute you are in this cell with us. We are watching you." Because of this specific incident, Chatunga is now living in total fear. He sits in the corner of the cell. He does not sleep. Every time someone walks past him, he flinches. He expects them to attack him in the dark. But the fear has also affected something else. It has affected his eating. Chatunga is flat out refusing to eat the prison food. In the holding cells, the guards bring large metal buckets of food twice a day. It is usually just hard maize porridge, which we call pap, and some boiled beans or cabbage. It does not look good, and it does not taste good. When the guards handed Chatunga a metal plate with this food, he just stared at it. He refused to touch it. He is used to private chefs. He is used to eating the best steaks in expensive Santon restaurants. But it is not just the bad quality of the food that stops him. It is the paranoia. He looks at the group of cable thieves staring at him from the other side of the room. He looks at the guards who do not care about him. He thinks to himself, what if they put something in this food? What if the men who hate my family paid a guard to poison my plate? In the criminal world, if someone wants to eliminate you quietly, they poison your prison food. It happens all the time. Chatunga knows this. He is accused of being involved with dangerous syndicates. He knows how the dark world operates, so he pushes the metal plate away. He drinks a little bit of tap water, but he refuses to eat anything solid. He has been locked up since late February. Today is March 2nd. That means he has gone many days with barely any food. People who saw him say he looks weak. He looks pale. His expensive clothes are now dirty and loose on his body. The young, arrogant man who walked into the courtroom in a black puffer jacket is gone. He is being replaced by a hungry, terrified prisoner who is constantly watching his back. The cable thieves sit across the room and watch him starve. They eat their pap and beans, and they watch the rich boy refuse to eat. They think it is funny. They see it as justice. They believe this is karma finally catching up to the Mugabe family. They tell each other, let him starve. He ate enough of our money back home. This is the reality of what happens when the law finally catches you. Tomorrow is the 3rd of March. Tomorrow is the day the magistrate will decide if Chatunga and Dagmakaya get bail or if they have to stay in prison for months until the trial begins. The Mugabe family lawyers are going to try everything they can to get him out. They are going to say he is a good person. They are going to say he will not run away. But Chatunga knows that if the judge says no to bail, he has to go back to that cell. He has to go back to the cable thieves who want to hurt him. He has to go back to the metal plate of cold beans that he is too scared to eat. His body will not survive for months without food. The stress and the fear will break his mind. The fake identity that Dagmakaya used did not help them. Calling himself Tobias Mugabe Matonhodze was a stupid mistake. It only made the police more angry. It only made the Zimbabwean prisoners disrespect them more. They tried to play a game with the justice system, and the justice system is currently crushing them. I want you to think about this entire scenario. A man who had everything is now sitting on a cold floor, terrified of men who have nothing, too afraid to eat a simple plate of food. It is a crazy reversal of life. Please drop your comments below and tell me what you think about this. Do you feel sorry for him, or do you think this is exactly what he deserves after the life he lived? I will be reading your comments. Thank you for listening to this full report today. I will update you tomorrow as soon as the judge makes the final decision on the bail hearing. Keep watching the channel.